underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Live from Dodger Stadium, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Los Angeles Dodgers, with lofty expectations this season, and why not? They're the defending World Series champs. Siggy, it's become so hard in today's game to go back-to-back as champions. Why do you think that is?
Look, I think it's because...
And taking the ball for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. What do we have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
On the ground, Rojas. And the first out of the game is an easy one. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Ohtani making his first start of the year, and a four-time MVP, one of the faces of the league. That one finds the zone. That is strike two. Swing and a miss, and Ohtani gets the strikeout. This is Corbin Carroll. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Betts settles under it. And that is that. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in L.A. and getting the start for Arizona, Merrill Kelly. What should we keep an eye on here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
To the left side, but it is well foul. The 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Hammered down the right side, but foul. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Out of here. A solo shot. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
Very loud contact and a home run that got out of here in a hurry, Singy. How about some exit velocity?
Yeah, really impressive, Boog. StatCast had that one at 115 off the bat, and clearly enough to carry it over the wall. He hit it right on the sweet spot.
One down. Next to the dish is Freddie. Playing in the World Series north of the border was certainly special for Freddie Freeman. His dad, Fred, hails from Windsor, Ontario. His mom, Rosemary, from Toronto. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Carrying well. And that one hops the wall. One gone, runner at first. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Max Muncy. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Foul ball there. And the 0-2. Rips that one to right. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. The throw is wild and it gets away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's Kyle Tucker. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Freeman in to score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it is gone. A 3-run dinger. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So 2 down, and now Teoscar Hernandez. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Going, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 6-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it, and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and Miguel Rojas at the plate. Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. The relay throw, not in time, it's a double.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Led off the game with a strikeout. Base hit into the outfield. Thomas quickly gets it back in. Lead runner puts the brakes on, so now it's runners at first and third.
Here's a ball that's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. And that's one of those where you're expecting the guy from second to score.
Here's Ohtani, and he has a chance to homer for the second time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind and he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Two on, 2 outs. That one is absolutely belted. And and it's off the wall. Runner in from third to extend their lead. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. And he'll one. No question about this one. It's out of here. Four home runs in the first inning. Make that 4 homers in the inning. And they add on. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout. Here's Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back. And that one is gone. They go back to back. And they boost their lead. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. And that one hammered. And that one is off the wall. Man at first, Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. He gets there with the slide. Over to first. What a play. Inning over. So they explode offensively. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we move ahead to the top of the second now. Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And he blows that one by him at 100. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Right through there, got him. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. In the air to left center, Pajes coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Batting 7.
Alec Thomas now. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Got him swinging for the K. That K is his 3rd of the game. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They trail in this one 11-0. Back here in Los Angeles, or should I say back-to-back here in Los Angeles. See, these fans are watching their Dodgers play for the first time since they won the World Series.
Yeah, and they're celebrating a title.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Gone. Another homer. his second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 12-0.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered here in this one. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. One down. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Ripped to third and caught. The batter now will be Will Smith. 1 for 2. Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Here's Shohei Ohtani.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. Here is Freddie Freeman.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Oh, 1 now. That's a base hit. Run scores. First and second, 2 down. Here's Muncy to hit.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
That's a laser base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now it's Mookie Betts. On a line, should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Ball comes in, runner stops at third, bases still loaded with 2 out. A new pitcher in the game, Paul Sewald.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that one fouled off. Fought off foul.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. 2 away now. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Hit on the ground to the right side. Rojas. The throw to first, and Arizona is set down 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there, and that one's gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game, and they add to their lead. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with his swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Next to hit, Teoscar Hernandez. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
You know, these Dodgers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
Nice grab. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Miguel Rojas will hit next. Out towards right center field. Carroll on the move to the alley. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Will Smith to the plate. First round pick out of Louisville in 2016. This one high in the air to left center. Thomas on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Back here in L.A., start of the fourth, Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball. He's a threat deep into the count as well.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 0-2 now. Out towards left center. Hernandez on his way over, and there's one away.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Now up next for Arizona, Pavin Smith. Swing and a miss as he was out front. In the air, right field. Tucker gets under it. Brings it in. Nato comes in to take his cuts.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That one catches the zone, and the count is 0-2. Got him. Third out. One left for Arizona. Start the bus. They're down 15-0. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Ryan Thompson.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Oh, great stop, and they get the out. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a homer. Line drive, he brings it down. Nice play. 2 outs, base is empty. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered in this game. smoked on the ground to second. Whips it to first. They get the out. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Here's the center fielder, Alec Thomas. And that is out of play.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Tosses to first, and the first two set down to the top of the fifth. Fly ball down the line. Hernandez on the move. And that is that. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Yo, one. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. Mookie Betts with a towering shot. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 16.